We are traveling around Africa in a Toyota Land Cruiser Troopy that we have fondly called the Super Trooper. In this video, we travel from Linyanti through deep sand and rough roads to Savuti, where we find some lions, and then on to Khwai. We had a great time in Linyanti. In the night we heard all sorts of animals. We got a bit of a scare with a hyena. We're going to Savuti today. We've decided to do a little bit of a game drive on the way out. First sighting of the day is a giraffe right on the side of the road. Let's see what else we can see. So the hippopotamus came out right near our tent last night, and they were making one hell of a noise all night. And there they are, sunning themselves on the shore on the other side of the little creek. Got a few lechwe. So this guy's on the road and we can't get past. I wonder how long he's going to be. Can you hear all the birds? So he had a little mock charge, which scared the hell out of me. Last night we were in the Linyanti, and Linyanti was intense. Stunning when we arrived. This big marsh spreading out in front of you, which had elephants and hippos. Oh, and there was baboons running around. And we had to watch our stuff from the baboons. But as soon as it started getting dark, we started hearing the hyenas. So anyway, we carried on and we did our dinner, and we were just starting to clean up and make things safe, when suddenly we heard
Rah!
I don't know. At first I thought it was a lion, and I shouted at Tony. I said, "Get inside the troopy." And then after a while I was in the troopy, I thought, well, I wonder if it's a hyena. So not too sure. Didn't see it, just heard it, and it made this big,
It was like a howly bark, but it was intense, and it was
very
right
intense.
Sort of in the bushes right next to where we're camping, and
that's right.
Couldn't see it. It's it's pitch black dark, and you got noises, baboons fighting. You got all sorts of noises, hippos, elephants trumpeting and walking down into the water, and it's just
and you
intense.
Heard the splashing of the hippos. Yeah, the baboons were basically, they slept the night right above the troopy. It was a very intense night, especially when we had to run into the troopy. And then we had to go out again to finish clearing up. We waited about 10 minutes in the troopy, didn't hear anything, and we went out and we cleaned up. Anyway, it was intense.
It was an exciting night, put it that way. And you're right out in the middle of the heart of.
There's no fences.
Just crazy.
There's only, I don't know, 5 or 6 campsites. There's not many people there, and you're on this edge of this marsh, and yeah, tense night. So we only have 35-40 k's to go to Savuti, but it's really deep sand. Tony's had to engage low a few times to get through. We've got about 70 kilometers from Linyanti to Savuti, but it'll probably take, I don't know, 3-4 hours because it's a very bad road with deep sand. So we've seen a few army guys. I don't know if it's army or anti-poaching. So we're coming into Savuti now. It took us about 2.5 hours, which is better than I thought. And we might go and do a bit of game viewing, so we won't go straight to camp. And we were lucky enough, as soon as we drove into Savuti, we saw a male lion. He looks quite comfortable. Wow, we've just entered Savuti. We've been here for about 5 minutes and look what we see. And you know, funny, like this Savuti apparently is known for predators. And the first thing we see, what is he? Big predator. Then a few minutes later we saw another 5 lions. How lucky is that? They're all having a snooze. So, 6 lions within half an hour of being in Savuti. That's pretty impressive. And she flops down again. Hello? You're checking out the lions. Two lions there, lion and lioness, and 3 there. Not sure what they are. We got 3 roan antelopes here. So, Savuti campground. Let's go and check in. It's 6:30 in the morning and we are going for a game drive. Then we're going to come back for breakfast before heading on down towards Khwai. So we heard a lion and we're looking for him at the moment. So we followed the safari truck through the bush. Not sure if we're allowed to do this, but if he can, we can. So we're still looking for the lion, but look at that beautiful sunrise. So we found the lion, and he's obviously a bit pissed off. I think he's having a bit of an amorous moment with that she lion. So we're following these 2 lions that we were looking at before, and we see that there's another one in the distance. Look at this, 3 lions. I reckon they're both quite keen on this lady. There's one in the distance. Wow, look at that, folks. Following 3 lions. sun's coming up. Must be a great day. Wow, amazing. Another great day in Africa. So we've gone around, and that's the third lion. So there's 2 males and 1 female. Oh, beautiful big black mane. So that's the 1 lion. Oh, and there's the other 2. Busy little banded mongooses. And they're off. We had a great game drive this morning. Saw the 3 lions. Not too much else, but we loved the lions. We came back to camp for a quick breakfast. We're now going down towards Khwai, and we'll be staying at a campsite just before Khwai called Mahoto. It's about 4 hours drive to go to Mahoto, but we're going to do a little bit of a game drive before we go. So the road is deteriorated with thick sand and Humpty Doos. Which is not good for the suspension. Whoa, the roads haven't improved. It's pretty deep sand and Humpty Doos. So far we've been in Africa for just over 8 weeks. And in those 8 weeks we've done just over 12,000 kilometers. And I think we have done more driving on dirt roads than we have on tar roads. I don't know if the video shows very well, but these are big dippers, up and down, up and down. Which are better than the Humpty Doos and better than the corrugations.
Doing quite a big drive today, and it's nice to take a break just to have a look at the wildlife. They're very easy to spot as you drive along. A little neck pops up, little head. Aha, giraffe.
Less than a kilometre on, we've got an elephant. So we're back into game country. So we're exiting Chobe, and we will be entering Khwai Conservancy. We're very close now, I think.
We're in Khwai, Magotho campsite. I'm expecting some wild animals coming in tonight, or hoping anyway. Got plenty of firewood, so we can have a nice big fire and see what the night brings us. Haven't seen much from our campsite yet, and the sun's setting, so time to relax and have a beer. Trying some dry elephant poo and some straw. And we're going to have a nice big fire. We've got Plenty of firewood. Nice big boys. That'll keep us warm and keep all the wild animals at bay if they decide to come and visit us through the night, which we anticipate. Speaking of wild animals,
so we've had panic stations because we heard a lion, and we're camping with no fences, so we're just trying to make a secure little area.
we're snug in our troopy now, so if he comes closer, we're okay.
That's it.
Yes.
So we had a great night last night. We had to rush into the troopy because we heard a lion. We packed up quickly and jumped in the troopy. Heard the lion, but he didn't come any closer. So this morning we are going to be driving along the banks of the Khwai in Khwai area towards the Moremi gate, and then tomorrow we'll go into Moremi. But today we'll stay in the Khwai area. Pretty little water hole here. Apparently there's a hippo pool just ahead. That's the Khwai River. It's not a big one. And Moremi's on the other side. And this is hippo pools with no hippos. Nice big elephant with big tusks. Yes, so back there the road was flooded. Find another route.
Yeah, definitely the road.
So they've had a lot of rain in Angola, and all the water's come down towards the Okavango Delta, and a lot of the roads are flooded. So this is a road just in front of us, and we couldn't get through, so we tried to go through the bush, but no. So we now have to turn back. And we're actually quite far from the Khwai River, and this is all flooded. And we think Moremi might be the same. Nice little water hole, but you can see the road actually goes just through there, going all the way through there. It gives you an indication of how much water there is. They've had a lot of rain. There's lots of hippos in here. A lot of those trees have their feet in the water too. It's pretty. Oh, that was a hippo snorting. Nice big elephant walking past. He's quite close. Hello, big boy. So this is the main road into Khwai. Obviously a lot of water damage. We've moved a little bit further along the Khwai Conservatory towards the Moremi gate. But we've had quite a few encounters with wild animals over the last few nights. So we decided tonight we would back up onto these trees so that hopefully we could get a bit of protection from these trees if wild animals come in the night. And when we go to sleep, we're going to back the troopy right against those trees. And my bladder is not as efficient as it used to be, so if I need to get up in the night, I can be protected by these trees. And we are going to put my little toilet there, and I can hop out of the troopy in safety. In the next video, we explore Moremi National Park, and we find 2 endangered species. The African wild dog, also known as the painted dog. Wow, second time we're seeing wild dogs in one day. How lucky are we? And the southern ground hornbill. Can you hear that sound? That's them.